Hello, it's Sheryl Willis over at Go Arizona, and we are so excited to get your home almost on the market. We just have a few documents that we need from you. You're going to start to receive some emails, if you haven't already, from the infamous Lindsay Hayes, who is our glue that holds everything together. Without Lindsay, this would be rather challenging for all of us. She will make sure that we are meeting all our legal requirements, we have all the right documents, and that everything is done accurately and timely. So if you see an email, that's the only way she's going to communicate with you, please give her carte blanche and respond as quickly as you possibly can. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to just shoot her an email or give us a call, and we'll be glad to help you out. You're going to be requested to provide 3 documents rather quickly. Let's take a look at what those documents are. All right, the first document, if you are part of an HOA, is called, it's called the HOA Condominium Plan Community Addendum. We just call it the HOA Addendum. If your home is not in an HOA, you do not need to worry about this form at all. If you are part of an HOA, it's super easy. You're going to make either one phone call to your HOA, or you're going to go to their online portal. If you don't know where their portal is, call them first. They'll probably direct you to an online portal. It's just becoming the way of the future, right? Technology is taking over. That portal will undoubtedly provide you what they call resale document or transfer fees when you're buying and selling real estate. So they get the requests of this all the time. They know what information they need to provide, and it really should be rather simple. The only thing is that we ask, this document has 3 pages. You're going to want to make sure you fill out page 1 in its entirety. If anything doesn't apply, just leave it blank. But make sure you sign right here on line 34 and then send all 3 pages back to us, even though there's 3 pages. Okay? But we just need all of page 1 completed. This would be your information on the property up here. Then right here, this is probably the stuff you're really familiar with, how much you pay for HOA. And then here, these are fees that are associated with the transfer of real property. Let me just say, it's very important that you get these from line 19 through 33 filled out correctly, because in the event it is not properly disclosed, it then becomes the cost to the seller. So let's just make sure that one is done so you don't get stuck with that bill. All right, the next form that we're going to have you complete is called the Seller Property Disclosure Statement, or for lack of better terms, we call it SPUDS. Oops, the SPUDS. The SUDS, this is a great rule of thumb. When in doubt, disclose. Look, over disclose rather than under disclose. If you had a water heater leak and you already had a replace, yes, you want to disclose that. Okay, if you let's just randomly pick here, building and safety information, notice to buyer. This is, again, this is a document that you are going to fill out kind of like an affidavit, because you are basically swearing that this is the information that they need to have in order to make the right decision to move forward. And then you are going to fill this form out, where you're just going to answer either yes or no. All the questions are posed as, are you aware? For instance, line 64 says, are you aware of any past or present roof leaks? Either you are or you aren't. Don't be afraid to say that there was a problem and that you fixed it. Let's just say you did have past roof leak. Yes, explain, windstorm, whatever, roof replaced, blah, blah, blah date. You want to be as detailed as possible. And when you get down to this section right here, this is really important for the buyer as well. I know you're just like this at this point, right? You're like tired of filling out paperwork, but put yourself in the buyer's seat. And maybe if you're selling, you're also going to be on this side. Let's try to put as much information as possible. If you're SRP, APS, if you have natural gas or propane, I haven't seen any oil homes. If you do have cable or satellite, even though it doesn't transfer with your home, let them know what you have. That's important information usually to the buyer. The third document is actually not a form to fill out. You're going to call your insurance, your homeowner's insurance. Super easy phone call. You're going to give them a call. You're just going to ask for the insurance claims history report. Now, many of you might say, I don't have any insurance claims. then believe it or not, we need a document from your homeowner's insurance company stating there have been no claims. If there have been claims, don't freak out. It's actually okay. Let me tell you, if your home floods, it is better to call your homeowner's insurance, pay your deductible, and have it done professionally and it go on the record than you try and do it yourself. There are so many times that homeowners try to do things themselves. They even think like a water heater leak is easy to fix themselves. And I know it seems painful to call that homeowner's insurance, but even when we're talking as small as a water heater, because I know you think you can go down to Home Depot and you can buy one for $500. Even if your homeowner's insurance is a $2,000 deductible, make sure you call them. And the reason being, this is just for future knowledge, they're going to make sure, yeah, they go overboard to protect that property and make sure that there's no water damage. Water is the number one most invasive thing on property. This goes for foundation, this goes for drywall, this goes for everything. So anyways, point is we want to show in writing if there was any insurance claims or if there's not any insurance claims. If there was insurance claims, be sure that the information you've provided on the seller property disclosure statement matches. We want the type of problem and what was repaired and the date information to match. They may, in some cases, even ask for actual receipts from the insurance company. And again, that's just for their knowledge. Don't feel like they're being invasive. They're probably spending over $500,000. This is some people's life savings and maybe the largest purchase they ever make in their life. Let's just make sure they have the right information so that we all feel comfortable and we don't have to worry about it down the road if the right information was not disclosed. All right, guys, again, we're so excited. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or shoot Lindsay a question. We'll be glad to get you the information. And let me point this out one thing real quick. On the seller property disclosure statement, please make sure that you do not initial on these pages. See right here where it says buyer? This happens a lot. All you're going to do is you're going to fill out this form to the best of your ability. If you have any questions, like I said, call me. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but all you're going to do is sign on line 284. That's it. The only time you would do 285 is if the home was on the market for a long time, or if something happened from the time you filled it out to before we close escrow and we need to update it. And this is where you would update the information and then you would initial it. So at this initial point, you're just going to fill out the form with the exact questions and answer, and then sign on line 284. No initials, and don't sign where it says buyer. All right. I know it seems silly, but we know you're excited. We're excited too. All right. We'll see you all very soon, and we can't wait to sell your home. Have a good one. Bye.